right behind you.
Fishermen around the world capture something incredible each day. Weird fishing techniques, hybrid creatures, outrageous moments, and much more. So let's dive into the things fishermen captures what no one was supposed to see. Coke and Mentos fishing. Who needs that expensive traditional fishing gear when you have snacks? First, let's take out some Mentos. No, don't put them in your mouth. Put them in the muddy fishing hole. Now, add soda bottles, Sprite and Coca-Cola, and stir it up. Wait for some seconds, and the fish will themselves come to you. You must be thinking that this all is a load of bull, so let me tell you that it is indeed an ingenious trick. The Coke and Mentos have a massive influx of carbon dioxide and suck out the oxygen of the water, which essentially drowns the fish. They swim up the hole to find fresh water, but end up in the hands of the fishermen. Pretty cool, huh? Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. Catching fish with a snake. Don't have a good bait to lure up the fish? Worry not, as you can use a snake as a bait. Look at how this fisherman got creative and attempted to catch fish by using the expertise of the snake. Problem solved! Now, the real trick would be getting the fish off the mouth of the snake. However, if you see the size of the fish, I think it would be better not to anger the beast. Dynamite fishing. Dynamite fishing is a cruel fishing method that involves the use of explosives to carry out fishing. In this method, the fish are scared to get into the boat as the dynamite causes them to get out of the water and disperse. This clip is from somewhere in Lebanon. Although dynamite fishing is illegal, there, these men are practicing this brutal method for their petty gain. The practice has been declared destructive to the marine environment and the coral reefs. Bow fishing. How to hunt a fish that flies instead of swimming. Meet the Asian carp, the species of fish that have no chill. A slight disturbance in the water waves activates a shock response, after which they jump as high as 10 feet out of the water. The fishermen use the technique of bow fishing for these invasive species. The technique has been used as a sport these days. Oh, got this one. And this one! Oh, what a spectacular aim! You just have to spot, stalk, and then shoot at fish with specialized arrows. The technique requires precision as the carps move haphazardly from one direction to the other. Fish cleaning diver head. Have you ever seen anything crazy like this? Meet the janitor of the ocean. This remora fish is cleaning the head of the diver. Just look at how diligently it is performing its job. The fish removes parasites from the oceanic creatures and consumes them as food. They live off parasites and excess tissue that they meticulously pick off the skin, fins, teeth, and gills of a huge variety of fish. The fish is like, whoa, dandruff, my favorite, nom nom nom. Forget fish pedicures, this is the new trend. Blueberry lobster. A fisherman named Blaine Marsh caught a rare blue crustacean off the coast of Cape Breton. The rare color was due to a natural genetic defect or mutation. In the case of this blue lobster, the color is likely due to an excessive amount of a certain protein that combines with a red carotenoid molecule to give it the blue color. Due to the eye-popping color, the crustacean was named Blueberry, and Blueberry was soon released back into the ocean. Just know that the odds of catching one of these is 1 in 2 million. Fishing by thumb. This man tries to be cool and soak his thumb in the water. Now, the intention here is to use the hand as bait to catch the fish. Let us see how it goes. He wiggles out his thumb to give the impression that it is a small worm. Whoa! Here comes the fish! Did you see it? Oh my god, the fish literally jumped upon his thumb, mistaking it for a yummy, gummy worm. Underwater spearfishing. This Filipino driver from the indigenous Bajario tribe catches fish by hunting them with his spear on his underwater dive. After taking a last good breath, the man dives into the water without any underwater tank or equipment. He dives down deep into the sea floor, nearly 20 meters from the surface. Even as his oxygen stores are depleting, the man walks as though he is hunting on the land. And there, he got it! He remained 2.5 minutes underwater without any oxygen supply. He is indeed a superhuman. Dog fishing. Dogs are said to be man's best friends, and this clip proves how true is that. This dog fiercely collects salmon out of the lake from its owner. Look at how it caught such a big salmon and is now bringing it to its owner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy, he is still not stopping. He caught almost a dozen salmon. This is more of a sport for this dog, as all of these fish are released back into the stream. Now, this is a true marker of intelligence, skill, and loyalty. Cooperative fishing. In the coastal town of Lagoana, Brazil, the wild bottlenose dolphins of the area call the shots for humans. They have formed a symbiotic relationship with humans. Well, the dolphins do most of the work here by directing the fish toward the shores where the fishermen are ready to cast down the nets. Interestingly, they cast the nets on the signal of the dolphins. The fishes trap in the fishermen's nets, and the dolphin catches the fish that breaks free from the nets. This way, both are set. They have helped the local fishing industry to flourish, as without them, the fishermen won't be able to catch this much fish. Such intelligent mammals. Just to be clear, I am talking about dolphins. Fishing with salt. Now, let's show you guys a fishing method that only requires a pinch of salt. Look at how this man is putting salt in the small holes on the beach. I wonder what is about to happen. And voila! Here comes the razor shell. Look how it popped out from the ground. The reason for this is they can't tolerate a highly concentrated solution and are forced to move to an area of less concentration. They do this by leaving their burrows to escape to normal seawater. The razor shell or razor clams are marine and freshwater mollusks that have laterally compressed bodies enclosed by a shell consisting of two hinged parts. They are found on sandy beaches. Trout tickling. What if I tell you there is a technique in which you can catch a fish by tickling it? Trout tickling is a pretty cool technique to catch a trout bare-handed from the water. It is described as a form of art in which the catcher rubs the underbelly of the trout with its fingers. If done properly, the rubbing sends the trout into a trance-like mode for a minute or so. Have a look at some fishermen attempting the technique. The grip should be tight, and it is most effective on the small fish, as the big ones will immediately fight to get free. Crocodile cannibalism. Have a look at this shocking footage captured in Kruger National Park in December 2014. At first, everything looks calm and good, but suddenly, when the crocodile gets his mouth out of the water, another crocodile can be seen in his jaws. And oh damn! It thrashes the baby croc into the water. This is a classic example of crocodile cannibalism. Don't get surprised, as both crocs and gators do this all the time to one another. The reason behind this behavior isn't that crocodiles are yummy, but the response for survival. When there are fewer resources available, crocodiles demonstrate this behavior to eliminate the competition. Fishing with watermelon. Moving on to the unusual fishing techniques, this one takes every other out of the park. Yes, you are seeing right. This man is using a huge chunk of watermelon as fish bait. Did he get successful in catching a fish? Oh yes, he most definitely did. And after showing his little feet, he puts the fish back into the water.
Oh my God.
Caught them by hand.
and lets it feast on the delicious watermelon. And this next one used a grape as bait and managed to catch a delicious fish out of the water. I guess worms are out of fashion now. Wicked octopus. This crab fisherman put up his bait in the cage, put it in the water, and sat back to wait for the arrival of the prey. The bait in the cage attacks the crab and they wander into it. Once the small brain crustaceans enter, they can't figure out how to get out. There is another crab fisherman in there, the giant Pacific octopus. This big brainiac knows how to get his prey. After spotting the cage, it attempts to catch the crab. After one unsuccessful attempt, he figures it out. The crab party has started! Oh, the fisherman has started pulling up, but don't worry, as the octopus is all set. The perfect break-in and break-out. Drone fishing. Drones really are the way to the future. After drone cameras, we present to you the latest innovation of drone fishing. No need to spread huge nets or to hold the fishing rod for like ever to catch the fish when the technology can deliver anything to the palm of your hand. Drone fishing is exactly what you think it is. The fisherman uses a remote-controlled aerial device with a camera to both scout and fish the water. It will start by using the drone camera to scope out the sea. After finding the spot for the possible fish, the aspect of the fish drone will come into play. The drone will then drop the line with the lure to catch the fish. After a fish would entrap, you'll only have to fly out of your drone, and voila, your fish is here. Huge fish. This group of fishermen in Java was out to start their day when they saw something splashing in the water. This huge creature scared the fishermen as it appeared to be pretty angry and offensive. They retreated back for a bit to wait for its next move. After the creature calmed down, they captured it and discovered that it was a juvenile whale that accidentally got stranded on the Suwak beach, Kebumen, Central Java. The fishermen tried to save it, but the whale passed away. Alligator fishing. This fisherman was excitedly pulling out the catfish he thought he caught, but after reeling it up, the man got the shock of his life. It was an alligator, calmly coming out to see who dared to bait him. The mischievous man let it go, not before giving it a little slap on its snout. This one too was expecting a big catfish when the alligator decided to say hello. This one even had its jaw open, waiting for a delicious meal. Stingray jackpot. What in the world is this? A Cambodian fisherman made headlines around the world after he caught the largest freshwater fish, a stingray that measured to be around 13 feet long from its snout to its tail and weighed around 660 pounds. After weighing and measuring the stingray, a team of researchers inserted a tagging device near the tail and released it. The fisherman got the compensation of $600 from the local authority for his enormous catch. To catch that big of a stingray, and that too in the fresh water, is extremely rare. Flood fishing. Flood fishing is the new method of fishing where you don't have to go to a pond or lake to catch fish. The fish comes to you. Thai footage was recorded in Kerala, India, where, due to flooding, the water from the river overflowed and came to the roads. The fish also came, and people began catching it for fun. All the fishermen cast their nets, waiting for the fish to get caught. Well, this is what you call a blessing in disguise. Giant squid. Look at just how elegantly this giant squid is swimming in the water. And there goes the poor animal harassed by this fisherman. Leave him alone, man! This was the footage when Japanese fishermen captured a giant squid. It was 5.8 meters long, including its tentacles, and weighed 330 pounds. Catching a live giant squid at the sea is pretty rare. The poor animal unfortunately passed away after getting hauled on the ship. Red cornet. What has this fisherman caught? A rod? This rod-like thing is red cornet fish and is an unconventional-looking fish species. They can grow up to 6.6 feet in length. This creature is often called the flute or clarinet because of its physical resemblance to wind instruments. Though the adults are almost always red, the fry and juveniles are sometimes different colors. The peculiar fish sucks its prey in its long mouth. Also, its skin is covered with tiny spiky, so don't get all cocky after catching one. Fire fishing. Many new fishing methods have been introduced over the years, but the traditional ones will always be the most fascinating. The Taiwanese fishermen have been using their ancestral fire fishing technique for centuries. After the sun sets and under the darkness of the night sky, a small group of Taiwanese fishermen set sail off the northeast coast, light a fire on the end of a bamboo stick using chemicals, and wait for the fish to come. Hundreds of sardines jump out with a magnetic force towards the bright light. The fishermen cast their nets, and they get caught inside them. However, the tradition slowly faded away as the number of scaled sardines in the area dropped rapidly. FISHERBIRD. We showed you so many interesting and innovative fishing techniques that fishermen use to catch fish, but here we have a FISHERBIRD. Well, I gave it this name due to its impeccable fishing technique. The smart green heron is using a piece of bread as bait to attract fish. What's more interesting is that the witty heron pulls the bait away from the fish, which are too big for the heron to eat, and saves it for the smaller fish. Great technique, buddy! And there, he got it! The birds near the lakes and rivers often learn this type of behavior after seeing humans practicing it. Sewer fishing. Another bizarre new trend in fishing these days is sewer fishing. No matter how disgusting, it's actually not that bad. Some variety of bass and catfish gets into the storm drain during flooding. This man attempts to fish in a sewer drain with the smallest rod I have ever seen in my life and manages to catch a pretty decent fish as compared to his rod size. Let's see what he manages to catch with a normal rod.
Oh, it's a peacock! I got a big peacock bass in the sewer.
This time it is a peacock bass. A pretty decent catch for sewer fishing. Would you be daring enough to eat a fish that is from a sewer? Tell us by commenting below. Fishing with turkey. Coming on to weird baits again, this fisherman attempted to use a fine turkey as bait for the fish. Let's see if it caught something. He used a big hook to put the bait in it. Something heavy got caught. All the men tried to reel it in. Whoa! That's a beast! A big Goliath grouper got caught by the hook, and this was what was left off the whole turkey.
Easy 300.
Oh my gosh!
The guys released the fish back into the water. This picture of a giant squid is taken from this video of a fisherman battling with a giant Humboldt squid. The fisherman is trying to catch it, but the squid is putting up a good fight. And it seems as if the fisherman did it. But did he? Whoa! What a splash! Humboldt squids are extremely territorial and aggressive. There are also reported instances of cannibalism among their species. Big catch. A 6-year-old girl managed to reel in a big grouper after an intense fight off between her and the fish at Baralang fishing pond in Indonesia. Despite it being a heavy fish, the little girl did not give up. Whoever taught her to fish taught her some really good techniques of reeling in and grasping firmly. She is 6 years old and literally caught a bigger fish than I would have ever caught in my life. Fish parasite. Is that a cockroach coming out of the fish's mouth? You must be wondering how it got in there. Let me tell you that it is the fish tongue. Yes, the insect is the fish's tongue. It is a parasite that is called a tongue-eating louse. The clever parasite gets attached to the fish's tongue and severs its blood vessel connection, causing the tongue to fall off from the mouth.
Oh, I don't even think I was recording it just then. I think I was pointing.
After the tongue falls off, it attaches itself to the place of the tongue by taking its place and becomes the new tongue. The trick is best for the parasite, as now it doesn't have to move another day in its life and gets the food for free. Unless the fish dies, then it hunts the next prey. Well, that's all guys for today. Thank you for watching the video, and if you guys found it interesting, I would much appreciate it if you comment down below about the video and leave the thumbs up. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.